If we're gonna do this, Michelle, I want to make sure we do it right. And it's got to be perfect.
Okay.
And I don't want you slacking off in school because you've been busting your tail this semester. Those classes only count if you go to the end, right?
Yeah, well, finals are this week and the term ends next Friday.
Fine, we'll hold off everything till Friday. Good? In the meantime, I want you to keep up your grades. Do everything that you want to do.
Jesse.
No, I'm serious. Do the things you want to do because that's important to me. I want to be good for you.
You are. You don't know how much.
So you finish up the semester. I got a couple bikes I got to finish up. I got some buyers lined up. I'll sell them, and they'll bring in a couple grand for us.
Well, I've saved up $2,000 from babysitting.
Psh, great. That's a good start. All right, so you continue in school. I'm gonna... Actually, I've been thinking about getting my diploma and maybe even enrolling in a junior college. In the meantime, though, I'll get a job while you get your degree.
You know, I've been thinking about becoming a teacher.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I could take classes during the day and tutor students at night while you're studying, and that way we can be together at night. In our own apartment. I love the sound of that, our very own apartment. The thought of it makes me smile.
But, you know, it's going to be kind of tough making ends meet.
I can handle it, as long as I have you.
It's going to be rough for a while. But I'll take care of you. You just got to trust me.
I do. And I love you. What is it?
I was just thinking, it's not about dreams anymore.
Abby, when I found out that Ben Warren...
Ross, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. When I found out that my own brother was going to represent Roy Meacham, my first instinct was to go to the judge and remove myself from the case.
Why didn't you do that?
Because of Ben. He gave me this preview of what he was going to do in the courtroom, and that's when I decided to stay.
So you wanted to see if you could beat him?
No, not at all. That wasn't my motive. I just didn't want to give this case to somebody with less experience. I wanted you to have the best legal advice possible, and I still want that.
Terry would have been really good for our case.
Abby, believe me, my staff checked out all potential witnesses. We had no idea Terry even existed.
Ben Warren knew.
And that's because Roy told Ben about her. But now that she's come forward, we can call her to the stand, and her testimony will be very compelling.
You're starting to talk like my lawyer again.
I know that. That's because I want to be your lawyer. Abby, you did not kill Roy Meacham in cold blood. You did what you did out of fear. You were driven by fear, genuine fear of your own life. Now, I can convince a jury of that. I can make a jury see the Abigail Bloom that we all know, a gentle and compassionate woman who was just pushed to the limits and beyond. I'm dedicated to this case, Abby. And together, I believe that we can win it. We can win it if you let me.
I want to take this case because I know I can get Abigail off. If I said I feel responsible for what happened to her, would you believe me?
No, because you don't know the meaning of the word guilt, Ben.
Well, as I said, the only thing that matters is that I have the tools to get the job done.
Is that so?
This isn't a popularity contest, Rick. This isn't about whether or not you're going to invite me over to your house for fondue. It's about winning.
At all costs. Right, Ben?
Like I said, you don't have to like me.
Oh, that's the easy part, believe me.
You know, the judge in Roy's trial hated my guts. She said she thought Roy should go to jail. But she had to let him go free. Just as the next judge will have to let Abigail go free, if I'm representing her. Because I'm good at what I do. Now, you're going to have to ask yourself what it is you really want here and what you're willing to do to make that happen.
I want her free.
Good. Good.
Rick, I saw you talking to Ben Warren. What were you doing talking to that poor excuse for a human being?
No offense, Blake. It's none of your business.
you just crawl back under your rock and leave decent people like Rick and Abigail alone?
And it's good to see you again, too, Blake.
I want to know what you were talking to Rick about.
Oh, you mean Rick Bauer, the father of one of your children?
How dare you use my children to get back at Ross?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, no? Why don't you tell me what that little chat with Rick was all about?
Dr. Bauer was telling me that his fiancée had decided to stand trial for murder. So I imagine the last thing on his mind is going to be gaining custody of his little boy. Unless Abigail is convicted, sent to prison. But I think Rick will probably be lonely. He'll probably want his little boy around the house to help fill up the void. You better hope Rick hires Abigail a damn good lawyer.
What are you saying?
Well, Rick Bauer and I started off on the wrong foot, I think, but I'm beginning to think Rick is an okay guy.
Why are you doing this? I mean, really. Why are you so intent on crucifying Ross?
I thought you knew that, Blake.
How many times does he have to apologize for not telling you who your mother was? How long are you going to hold this grudge?
Grudge? Ross took my life away from me. I just want to take his away from him.
Meaning what exactly?
I'm going to take away everything that he loves. And I mean everything.
Okay, well, just send a reporter out there. There was one. He was away for a while, but he should be back soon. Thanks.
Do you think I need a makeup or hair person? I mean, am I pretty enough to be on TV?
Of course you are. You look great.
You don't know how much this means to me to have good publicity for once. I mean, it's been a horrible year with everybody hating me. I couldn't walk down the street or go into a store without people wanting to get away from me. They just think that I'm this monster they read about in the papers. Nobody knows the Annie inside.
Well, I'm really glad that I can help.
No, this is really great of you. I mean, this is really sweet of you. Alan is going to be so surprised.
Maybe you should talk to him about this first. Call him or no?
No. It's more fun this way.
He must really love you a lot.
Oh, yeah. He even knows that I'm not perfect, and he still loves me.
Yeah, I'm really still trying. I'm really trying to be the person that Hart wants me to.
What is that supposed to mean? Hey, he's not still hung up on Cassie, is he?
No, I don't think so. You know what it is? It's that he's crazy about kids, and I'm not exactly the dirty diapers type, you know. But you know what I did the other day? I actually borrowed a baby. I wanted to show him that I was proud.